Fire in the hole! Hey, let's cook up some Jack Daniel's barbecue glaze. Stay tuned. Okay, so my saucepan is on the very hot fire. And the first thing I'm going to do is throw a little bit of Sang stir-fry oil in there. Not a lot. Just a couple of teaspoons full. Not much. Just to get this started. We've got a diced onion that we're going to put in there. And we've got some minced garlic. We've got about a small onion and about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And we're going to cook that down and get that all happy in there. And then we'll bring you right back for the rest of this. Show you how to make this glaze, and then we're going to glaze up some skirt steaks. So stay tuned. Okay, the onions and the garlic have been cooking up pretty good for about 10 minutes now. And the next thing we're going to add is a cup of water. Cup of water to that. And to that we're going to add a cup and a half of brown sugar. Brown sugar. We're going to stir that up real good. Get that mixed in. We need to get that brown sugar dissolved in there. That looks good enough to eat already. Tell you what. How's that look? Pretty good, huh? Okay, next thing is a cup of pineapple juice. See, I got some small cans of pineapple juice. Not sure if it's a cup. Yeah, one of these cans is a cup. There you go. Cup of pineapple juice. Yeah, cup of pineapple juice. And what else? A quarter cup of teriyaki sauce. Teriyaki sauce is a wonderful thing. We need a quarter of a cup of it. Okay, so it got so hot out here my camera cut off. I just put a quarter cup of teriyaki sauce in there. And that stuff's really starting to bubble. And we're going to put a little bit of lemon juice. It calls for a tablespoon of lemon juice. Not sure what that's supposed to do. Lemon juice. And some soy sauce is next. Get some soy sauce in there. A tablespoon of soy sauce should do it. Okay, maybe 2. I like soy sauce. It's good stuff. Okay, there we go. Now one more thing before we add the Jack Daniel's, and that is a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, about like that. And that's got to cook down a while. It's going to cook down for about, probably take an hour to cook that down. It's got to reduce by half. And at that point, we'll put on our Jack Daniel's. And I'm going to put in a whole bottle of Jack Daniel's. See that bottle? Looks big, doesn't it? Haha, it's a little airline bottle. It only calls for a couple of tablespoons of Jack Daniel's, but I figure if you're going to put Jack Daniel's in it, you might as well go big, right? Go big or go home. So there you go. Old number 7, Tennessee sipping whiskey. Good stuff. We're going to put that whole bottle in there, but we're going to let that cook down a bit and reduce before we add our Jack Daniel's. We don't want our Jack Daniel's to cook out of that completely, although it will cook all the alcohol out of it, but you'll still retain the taste of that Jack Daniel's. So let's cook that down, get that boiling, and I'll bring you right back. We're going to, once we get this reduced and get the Jack Daniel's on it, I'm going to roast up a couple of skirt steaks and slather this sauce on them. So, we're going to drink a beer too. Don't forget about that. So please, stay tuned. Okay, my Jack Daniel's sauce is reduced by about half. And it's time to put in the Jack Daniel's. So let's do that. Put in this bottle of Jack. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. And we're gonna give that a stir. Oh man, that smells good. Okay, just gonna give that a stir. We're gonna move it off the high heat and let it simmer for a little while. I'll show you what that looks like. We're gonna move that off the high heat, let it simmer. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go get my skirt steaks and do a reverse sear on them. We're gonna let that cook along while those steaks are cooking along. And I'm going to go get a beer because it's hot out here, so please stay tuned. Alright, the skirt steaks are on the grill. I've hit them with a little bit of Slap Your Mama. We're going to let them cook a little while. Meanwhile, it's time for the Frosty Root Boy mug, and not a minute too soon, let me tell you what. And today's beer is Harpoon IPA, India Pale Ale. Love beer, love life. That's a good slogan. Summer of 1993, we brewed a tribute to the hoppy ales of the Pacific Northwest. 20 years later, we're still brewing Harpoon IPA. Very nice. Okay, so Pacific Northwest, I assume that means it's floral hops, Harpoon IPA. I guess it comes from, who knows? Doesn't say. Wait a minute. Harpoon Brewery, Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts. Let's hear it for Boston. Alright, let's open that baby up and pour it out. I need it bad. Harpoon IPA. Let's see what that looks like. Look how fast the frost went off of my cup. It's so hot out here. Alright, let's see that. Beautiful. Beautiful IPA. Got a light, lacy head. Harpoon IPA. Let's take a sniff of that. I just realized that their symbol is a Minuteman or a fisherman. Something like that. Fisherman. It must be a fisherman with a harpoon. Let's take a sniff of that. Oh yeah, that smells like an excellent IPA. Let's quaff the froth off it, Roll. You ready? Let's do it. Yes, sir. That's excellent. Harpoon IPA. Boston, Massachusetts. I'm going to remember that one. Ah, that was good. So my teriyaki glaze is rocking along. My steaks are rocking along. And I'm going to turn them over. And I'm going to sear some of them. And I'm going to put that glaze on some of them because my old lady doesn't want that glaze on hers. She doesn't want anything that tastes good. It's got to stay away from her steak. Okay, so I'll bring you right back for the last of this. And please stay tuned. Alright, I got a couple of steaks picked out for me. And I gave them a quick sear over the hot coals. I got the internal temperature to 135, so I know they're nice and rare. On the inside, I'm going to take some of that Jack Daniel's glaze and just brush it on them. Oh, that stuff looks good. Look at that. I wouldn't normally put stuff on steak, but this is skirt steak. Skirt steak is kind of like the red-headed stepchild of meat. You know, it's kind of got a bad rep, but it really doesn't deserve it. I'm going to slather that on there. That glaze with that Jack Daniel's and the onion and garlic. Get all on there. Flip them over. Cook that in a little bit. Looks pretty good, huh? That's good stuff. I don't know how long that'll keep in the refrigerator. I'll tell you what, it's making tonight's snakes look good. Did I say snakes? I meant steaks. I must be drunk already. Okay, yeah. How's that look? Can you see that? Looks pretty darn good, if you ask me. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit. Yeah, how's that look? Okay, so as usual, you know what I always say, if you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, go check out whoever I decide to put up in the other box. I think I'm going to put up my buddy Slippery Chicken. Tom from Slippery Chicken. He's about a few subscribers away from 1,000. So let's see if we can put him over the top. Get him 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to glaze up my steaks, put them on a plate, take a money shot. Bring you back for that. Like I always say, if you like this crap, please subscribe. If not, go see Tom over at Slippery Chicken. How's that, Tom? It's not even a chicken. It's a steak. Tom just made some skirt steaks, I think. It was either Tom or the other guy, I forget. Get them confused. Anyway, it's looking pretty good. Jack Daniel's glazing sauce. So see you next week, babies. I'll make something good, I promise. Thanks for watching.